Hello world! Today let's explore about the earthquakes and tsunami. Earthquakes are among the most deadly natural hazards. There are around 100 earthquakes each year of a size that could cause serious damage. They strike without warning, and many of the Earth's earthquake zones coincide with areas of high population density. When large earthquakes occur in such areas, the results can be catastrophic, with terrible loss of human lives and untold economic cost. What is an earthquake? An earthquake is the sudden release of strain energy in the Earth's crust, resulting in waves of shaking that radiate outwards from the earthquake source. When stresses in the crust exceed the strength of the rock, it breaks along lines of weakness, either a pre-existing or new fault plane. The point where an earthquake starts is termed the focus or hypocenter and may be many kilometers deep within the Earth. The point at the surface directly above the focus is called the earthquake epicenter. Vibrational energy is produced when rocks break. The energy spreads out in all directions like ripples on a pond. The shock waves radiate out from the point where the rocks first begin to break. This point is called the focus or hypocenter of the earthquake. The energy is dissipated as the shaking we call an earthquake. Intense vibrations, or seismic waves, spread out from the initial point of rupture, the focus, like ripples on a pond. These waves are what makes the ground shake and can travel large distances in all directions. Near the focus, the waves can be very large, making them extremely destructive. Where do earthquakes occur? If we look at the pattern of where earthquakes occur around the world, it is clear that most of the activity is concentrated in a number of distinct earthquake belts. For instance, the edge of the Pacific Ocean, or in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Over 80% of large earthquakes occur around the edges of the Pacific Ocean, an area known as the Ring of Fire. This where the Pacific plate is being subducted beneath the surrounding plates. The Ring of Fire is the most seismically and volcanically active zone in the world. The Earth under our feet has many faults caused by our turbulent geological past. Some of these faults can be observed at the surface and mapped by geologists. Others are hidden many kilometers below the surface. These faults are places where earthquakes can occur. Earthquake detection. A seismogram is a record of the ground motions caused by seismic waves from an earthquake. A seismograph or seismometer is the measuring instrument that creates the seismogram. Almost all seismometers are based on the principle of inertia, that is, where a suspended mass tends to remain still when the ground moves. Let's find out the reason for tsunami. Earthquakes are the primary and best-known tsunami trigger mechanism, with major recent events taking place in the Indian Ocean in 2004 and Japan in 2011. The Indian Ocean tsunami was significant in a number of ways. There were over 220,000 fatalities, mainly of local people, but, because of its location in a major tourist region, many Europeans were also involved. The event led to a global recognition of how dangerous tsunamis are. The event also resulted in major re-evaluation of where major earthquakes, termed megathrusts, take place. Tsunamis can be caused by vertical seabed movement that causes a change in the height of the sea surface, like a step, traveling through the water column. When it collapses under the force of gravity, it travels and spreads outward at great speed. The initial wave may be a few tens of meters high, but it rapidly collapses and, in the deep ocean, is less than a meter high. Although the wave is small at this point, its wavelength may be hundreds of kilometers, and it is this that allows the wave to travel at great speeds, similar to a jet plane. The wave only becomes dangerous when it approaches land because, due to bottom friction with the seabed, the speed decreases. This causes the wavelength to decrease too, and, as it does so, the wave's elevation increases. As it strikes land, it can be tens, if not hundreds, of meters high. With these elevations, the wave can be massively destructive. Hope you all gained good knowledge, and thanks for watching. Subscribe and share. Discoverbia.